Now, the world of smart baby monitors of the last few years has been dominated by a couple of big names like Miku, Nanit, and Owlet, but the Cubo AI monitor has really been making a splash, and priced well below its competitors between $199 and $460 depending on the package you get, you're going to get a lot for your money. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, and if you haven't been here before, welcome. On this channel, we make content for dads and young parents to help you on your parenting journey. First off, let's talk about the safety features that are included with the Cubo AI monitor. The first one is covered face and rollover detection, which means if your baby has something that might be blocking their airways or if they roll over, you'll actually get an alert in the companion app on your mobile device. When you pair the Cubo AI monitor with their available sleep pad, you can also get breathing detection and tracking as well as motion sensing. In the app itself, you can set things like danger zones, so if you use this monitor after your baby is out of the crib and you want to set a danger zone like your kitchen or a living room where they might be able to get through or over a gate, you can be alerted if your child approaches that danger zone. Now let's talk about Cubo AI's sleep pattern recognition. It's pretty cool because it gives you 18 hours of playback. It can detect when your baby is in or out of the crib and give you alerts. It'll also learn and detect when caregivers are present and interacting with the baby so that you're not getting false alarms through the monitor. And the system also automatically tracks sleep events like crying, waking, coughing, or just general movements so that you can go back into your analytics and see how your baby is sleeping. Now, one of the most unique features is actually not in the monitor itself, but in the software, and that's actually the memories feature. The memories feature actually uses artificial intelligence to capture moments that it thinks you'll want to know about. So if your baby rolls over, if you're interacting with them, or if there's just an opportunity for a cute picture, the monitor will actually automatically capture a photo and then upload it to your Cubo AI app. So now that we've run through some of the interesting features, let's talk about what it was like to actually set up the Cubo AI monitor. Now, one of the things I was most impressed with this monitor system is the fact that you get multiple ways to mount it inside your baby's room. With most monitors, you get only a wall mount, and then all of your other different stand types are additional accessories for additional cost. For example, with the Miku Pro, you only get the wall mount, and then if you want the floor stand, it's another $100 to $130 to purchase that separately, which is kind of a pain when you've already spent $400 on a monitor. But even though the Cubo AI is cheaper, it actually comes with multiple ways that you can mount this in your baby's room. The first one is a dresser stand where you just set the monitor right on the dresser and have it look over your baby's bed. This would be great for toddlers and kids that are probably in slightly bigger beds and not in a crib. Then you have the traditional floor stand, which when you open it up, it comes with a water bag that allows you to put weight in the bottom, so it makes the monitor mount more stable. You can also take that floor stand apart and use their crib stand. Overall installation was incredibly simple. The directions were very clear, and to be honest, you don't really need to look at them. It's pretty intuitive. Most of this system is just plug and play and just figuring out exactly where you want to have this set up. So once the monitor was on the stand and everything was installed, it was just a matter of getting it synced up to the application. Now, the application is actually relatively easy to use with a nice user interface. It seems like it's pretty well thought out and things are intuitively where they should be. And one of the big benefits we found with the Cubo AI app was actually the stability of the application. With a lot of these smart monitor apps, especially the Miku Pro, you may get some crashing in the application, which can be really frustrating when you're trying to check in on your baby. The Cubo AI app, however, seemed very stable. It was really quick to be able to access the camera and access all of the necessary features to make me feel comfortable in using it to monitor our daughter while she is sleeping. Now, one of the changes I'd love to see them make in the app is for the app to actually go full screen when you rotate your phone instead of having to tap on the video feed. It's not a big deal, but it's a little bit frustrating when you go to rotate your phone and it doesn't behave as you expect it to, and like many other apps do in the iOS environment. So after using this monitor for a couple of months, what was the overall experience? Well, I would say it was positive. Now, like most smart baby monitors, they're only as good as their companion app, and Cubo AI's companion app was very, very good. As I said before, it was very stable and easy to access all of the features that I wanted to use regularly. Now, one downside with monitors like this, though, is that there is no included parent unit. And that means that parents are going to have to rely on a dedicated phone or iPad to actually access the monitor. Now, this is great when you're awake, but when you're trying to sleep and you have to keep your phone open all night long, it does get a little bit frustrating. We had the same experience with our Miku Pro, where we always had to have one phone open so that we could monitor our child. Now, if you're a very sensitive or light sleeper, it is frustrating to have the light from your phone constantly on, even on the lowest setting. Now, one issue that we did have with the overall experience of the Cubo AI monitor wasn't with the monitor itself, but was actually with some of the alerts that were generated by the artificial intelligence. We did find that the alerts were not always accurate. Now, for us, our daughter is constantly moving, and we found that the AI alerts were always a bit inaccurate. So we were constantly getting alerts that our baby's face was covered or that it couldn't detect any movement in the crib. And this came down to two things. Number one, the sleep pad that comes with the Cubo AI sleep bundle is actually relatively small. And that means if you have a child that moves around their bed a lot, they're going to move out of the range of the sleep pad, and you're going to get an alert that says the baby is detected, but no breathing movement is detected. Now, the problem with getting these false or inaccurate alerts means you're not going to know which ones to trust, and that can be a little bit frustrating, especially if you're buying a smart monitor that's trying to give you more peace of mind. For us, more often than not, we found ourselves actually ignoring the monitor alerts because we didn't know that we could trust them. Now, you can report these alerts as inaccurate, but I found that even reporting them as inaccurate didn't really make any change in how the monitor responded or behaved to all of these different alerts. So at the end of the day, and after our experience, do I think the Cubo AI monitor is a good investment for parents? Well, there are a lot of pros and a couple of cons. The biggest pro is that it is a great price, especially for what you're getting with the multiple stands, the sleep pad, and different mounts. You can really make this monitor work for you no matter what your sleeping situation is. The monitor also has a great viewing angle, allowing you to see everything that's happening in your baby's crib. It also has a great and very stable companion app, which I really enjoyed using. The setup and installation was incredibly easy, and the analytics and notifications were really easy to understand. And one of the things I disliked about this monitor system is the fact that it's not an all-in-one unit. So with the Miku Pro, you have what's called fusion sensor technology, which means it's tracking temperature, humidity, breathing, all in one simple unit. But with the Cubo AI, you have your monitor, then you have a separate temperature and humidity dongle that has to plug in, and then you also have a separate sleep pad that has to go under the mattress in order to get all of the same data that you're getting from the Miku monitor. Now, this may not sound like a big deal, but where it becomes an issue is when you're traveling, because if you take the monitor off the stand and you only want to bring the monitor and not the sleep pad, you're going to lose about 50% of the functionality of the monitor. It becomes much closer to just a normal baby monitor than a smart baby monitor. Now, one of the things I really disliked about this monitor is the fact that the AI generated alerts were generally inaccurate. Now, you can report these inaccurate alerts, but it didn't seem to change the behavior of the monitor in any way or make them any more accurate. It was just something that was sent off to Cubo for further analysis. Now, as I said before, when parents are buying a smart baby monitor, it's to give them more peace of mind, and getting false alerts really defeats the purpose of having a smart baby monitor. And the last con, and this goes with many of the smart baby monitors out there, is that if you want to get the full analytics suite, i.e. if you want to get the most data and the most information about how your kid is sleeping, you're going to have to pay for access to that information. With the Cubo AI monitor, you're going to get nighttime analytics, but if you want to access daytime sleep to see how your kids are napping, you're going to have to pay around $79.99 a year to access that additional analytics set. Now, I will say at $80 a year, it's much cheaper than most of their competitors, but it is a little frustrating to pay $300 to $400 for a monitor and then still have to pay for an additional service. So overall, do I think the Cubo AI baby monitor is a good buy for parents looking for more peace of mind and good monitoring capabilities for their baby? Yes, but with an asterisk. As I mentioned before, I think there are some issues with the alert system, and I would be more comfortable using this with an older child or as a second-time parent. As a first-time parent, the false alerts would drive me up a wall, and I wouldn't know what to trust. But as a parent that has multiple kids, I know a little bit more about what to look for and what not to look for, and what I can ignore and what I shouldn't. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our review of the Cubo AI Smart Baby Monitor. If you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, or share it with somebody who might find this useful. And make sure to hit that bell icon so you know when we come out with new videos, and we'll do our best to come out with more reviews that'll help you on your parenting journey. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.